Right now, self-defense or an intentional act of violence. Hear from a local woman actively involved in a shooting investigation on Madison's east side.
Plus, a 52-year-old man now charged in a stabbing that left a teenager dead in northwestern Wisconsin.
And approaching deadlines, what you need to know before casting your primary ballot with the election just over a week away. You're watching News 3 now at 6. Tonight, a woman who says she witnessed a shooting this weekend says the man who was shot wasn't a victim at all.
Madison police say they were called to a disturbance in the 4500 block of Stein Road on Saturday night. But when they got there, they found a man with gunshot wounds. Police think he will recover, but as Brad Hamilton found out, there could be a lot more to this story. Brad?
On Sunday morning, Madison police said the man shot was a victim of a targeted attack and that the suspect was still at large. But we spoke with a woman today who says this case is self-defense.
A Madison woman who says that she was the victim in Saturday night's shooting on the east side says that she's worried about her safety tonight. In fact, she doesn't want her face to be shown on camera, but was willing to share her story for one reason.
Fear. Fear of retaliation.
This woman says that this disturbance turned shooting was the product of domestic abuse.
Fear for my life. I did ask him to stop. He wouldn't stop.
She says it all started when her ex-boyfriend, the man who was eventually shot and injured, forced his way into her apartment and started to attack her, her brother, and nephew.
He pushed me at least 20 feet through the door. He ran after my brother.
This woman claims that she called police, but before they could intervene, the violence reached a point where her nephew feared for her life and fired his gun. She says her ex was shot twice in the leg. Today, she calls it self-defense.
He's a good kid. He's a really good kid. He was just trying to protect his family.
When we talked with Madison police today, they emphasized their investigation is still ongoing, but confirmed that the people involved did know each other and that the shooter is not in custody. They say they're still looking into what motivated the shooting.
One thing that we are encouraging, if anyone was at that scene, to contact, detectives, to reach out to our department so that we can interview everyone involved and try to piece together what exactly happened.
The woman we spoke with says domestic violence situations are difficult, and she received threats of retaliation in the aftermath. But she is hoping that this situation can be resolved peacefully.
I'm still in shock. I really am. I'm still in shock about all of this. I don't know what to make of it all. I just think it was an incident that should have never occurred.
We did ask police this afternoon whether they still consider the person who fired that gun a suspect. They said at this point they do, but stressed that this is still an ongoing investigation. We will continue to follow their investigation and bring any updates as they become more clear. Eric?
Brad, thank you. In Rock County tonight, the Beloit Police Department a step closer to finding justice for a 33-year-old man who was shot and killed about a year and a half ago. Charges have been filed against 27-year-old Damon Hanna in connection to the shooting death of Jordan Jefferson. Hanna was arrested in Madison last Thursday, and tonight the city's police chief is crediting his community for playing a key role in that arrest. We'll take a closer look at this case tonight on News 3 Now at 10. The Poynette man arrested this weekend in connection to a shooting that injured a 7-year-old is now facing multiple tentative charges. That includes leaving a loaded firearm within easy access of a child and possession of drug paraphernalia. Additional charges are also expected. Police arrested the man yesterday, but he has not yet been officially charged in court. The 7-year-old was shot in the leg inside the Poynette home. Police say the child is expected to survive.
And around the state, a 52-year-old man from Minnesota now facing homicide charges after a knife attack this weekend in northwestern Wisconsin. Police say this man, Nikolai Mayu, stabbed 5 people while they were tubing on the St. Croix River near Somerset. The 5 victims range in age from 17 to 24 and were from Wisconsin and Minnesota. Investigators say all of the victims were stabbed in their midsections. 2 have since been released from the hospital, but one of them died as a result of his injuries. That is 17-year-old Isaac Schumann. The criminal complaint says there was an altercation between the suspect and a group of people before the stabbing happened. Mayu is being held at the St. Croix County Jail, and today in court, bail was set at $1 million.
My judgment, $1 million is an appropriate amount. I think that is warranted given the fact that we have 5 victims with unknown prognosis, with the exception of one who regretfully has been fatally injured.
Miu is charged with first-degree intentional homicide and 4 additional counts of attempted first-degree homicide. If convicted, he faces life in prison.
And a developing story tonight. The Madison Police Department says a man was hit and killed by a box truck today while riding his bicycle. Happened about 2:20 this afternoon at the intersection of Flom Road at Mustang Way. Police say the man who was killed is in his 70s. The incident remains under investigation. Let's get a look over downtown Madison now. Very comfortable day today so far, but things will be heating up as the week goes on. Let's check your certified most accurate forecast with meteorologist Julian Seawright. Julian?
That's right. More heat is on the way, but until it gets here, just enjoy what we have. Was a nice start to our August for us. We stacked up pretty decently for us. As we take a look at our temperatures, our high was 81 degrees for us, right on par with what it normally is for this time of year. However, take note of our low, which was our morning temperatures, it's about 70 degrees for us, and that's going to tell a little bit of the story in the days ahead for us as well, as we're not going to be seeing too much relief overnight over the next couple of days, and we'll talk about why in just a few moments. But taking a look into the upper Midwest in itself, many of us are into just what the summer-like feels are. Surface temperatures into those lower 80s. However, friends over towards the north are into the middle 70s as we're getting into the rest of our evening. Planning out the rest of this evening, temperatures will still be into the 70s. We're looking for clearing in our skies, which is going to lead the way into our Tuesday. However, the last 24 hours, we did get a nice little burst of some rainfall overnight here in Madison, which gave us just a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch. Nothing too shabby, but still a nice little healthy drink of some water, even though they are still onto the drier side as we get into the rest of this evening, and that's what we're going to be expecting as well. But we are going to be talking about the chance of that heat to be bringing in some storms in just a few moments, but we'll talk more in detail about that and time that out in a few moments as well. Until then, let's toss it back to you guys.
Julian, thank you. The August primary now just 8 days away.
But there are some deadlines voters need to be aware of ahead of Election Day next Tuesday. Political reporter Will Keneally joins us now with what you need to know.
So if you're hoping to vote absentee this primary election, Thursday could be an important deadline for you. By 5 p.m., that's when all requests have to be in to get an absentee ballot by mail. And that's pushing it for voters who need to return their absentee ballots by the time polls close on Tuesday.
Obviously, that's really close to Election Day.
Maggie McLean works for the Madison City Clerk's office and says voters have other options if they missed that Thursday deadline.
They can make that request, but there is also the option to vote absentee in person at any one of our in-person absentee voting locations during their voting hours.
Thursday is also an important deadline if you happen to vote early for someone who is no longer on the ballot. If you want to spoil your ballot and get a new one, in most cases, you'll need to do so by 5 p.m. on Thursday. You can also go to an early voting location and ask to spoil your ballot, but that option ends after Sunday in Madison.
There is absolutely no in-person absentee voting on Monday, August 8th. That's a big one that we try to emphasize with people.
This may vary city to city, so check with your local clerk for in-person voting locations. Wisconsin also has what's called an open primary. That means that any voter can vote in any primary. You do not have to register with a party first.
What we suggest folks do is that they choose the party of their choice at the top of the ballot, mark that, and then find that party's section on the ballot and vote in only those races.
Be careful to only vote for one party's primary. You cannot vote in both the Democratic and Republican primaries. But which party you vote for remains secret.
So it's just that you voted. We don't know how you voted. We just know that you did. We record your participation in the poll book.
So what happens is if you vote absentee, officials will actually open up those ballot envelopes in batches of 5 and shuffle them before counting them. So they cannot connect a specific ballot to a specific envelope. Again, that means that the party you vote for will remain secret. And if you need to check any of those dates, we'll post those on our website at channel3000.com.
Well, thank you. A judge today awarding more than $160,000 in attorney's fees to the liberal watchdog group American Oversight. This is in relation to the open records lawsuit it filed against GOP investigator Michael Gableman. These new fees will be paid by state taxpayers and add to the total cost of the investigation that is now over $1 million, all paid by taxpayers.
In our COVID road to recovery, Governor Tony Evers and the Wisconsin Department of Health Services says 10 million doses of the COVID vaccine have now been administered in Wisconsin. Wisconsin, including 2.5 million additional and booster doses. More than 60% of residents have completed a vaccine series, with 35% also getting the booster. There are now 6 confirmed cases of monkeypox in Dane County, and demand for the vaccine is growing, especially among men in the LGBTQ community.
Well, Public Health of Madison and Dane County is working to meet that demand with new monkeypox vaccine clinics, but it's not easy. Braden Ross explains how the supply is not meeting that demand.
There's a lot more people in Madison and Dane County that need and want the vaccine.
AJ Hardy, the program director at Outreach LGBTQ+ Community Center here in Madison, knows what his community wants: the shot. And Dane County is working on providing just that.
It's a matter of using the resources that we have available, both with the amount of doses that we've received and our staffing capacity, to make sure that we are reaching the demand as much as possible.
Morgan Finke of Public Health of Madison and Dane County says starting today, vaccine clinics will be able to vaccinate 40 people in high-risk categories against monkeypox per week. But right now, that's not enough to meet the demand.
The current appointments filled up within the first day or two of us opening up appointments and taking those calls from folks.
The 2-dose vaccines are given by appointment only, and the limited supply means the Dane County clinics are already booked up for the next 2 weeks. But Public Health says more appointments are coming soon, and people are ready.
Especially given the experiences of COVID vaccination and stuff, people in the community understand the importance of getting vaccinated as a preventative measure.
For News 3 Now, I'm Braden Ross.
Well, right now, only certain high-risk groups, including gay or bisexual men and people who attended an event where there was a known monkeypox exposure, are eligible for the monkeypox vaccine in the state of Wisconsin.
To find out how you can schedule an appointment, just head to channel3000.com. Still to come tonight, we're kicking off our back-to-school campaign, how you can get involved.
It's Slumberland's anniversary sale, and to celebrate, we're stacking the deals. Buy any sofa or sectional and get 20% off your second purchase. Get another 20% off both items. Plus, we are still offering great special financing at Slumberland Furniture.
It's Terrific Tuesdays at Hy-Vee. This Tuesday, 6 packs of Coke, only $1.88. 2 pounds of Hy-Vee shredded cheese, only $4.99. Roma tomatoes, only 77 cents a pound. And Craven Flavor potato chips, only 99 cents. Tuesday only. And save even more with Hy-Vee Fuel Saver. Right now, save up to $4.50 per gallon with your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card. And visit HyVeeDeals.com for even more deals.
I love this state. Knock on any door in any county, and you'll find good-hearted, hard-working folks. People whose businesses I proudly helped as Lieutenant Governor. Hard work needs to be respected again, with fair wages and opportunities to get ahead. That's how my parents opened doors for me. My mom was a teacher, and my dad worked third shift. I'm not one of these millionaires. I work just as hard for you as you work for your family. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
When my family opened the first Culver's in Sauk City, Wisconsin, you know what we did? We gave it our all, making sure everyone felt welcome, sharing our favorite foods from around the state, like butter burgers and fresh frozen custard, greeting every guest with all our heart, crafting each meal with care, believing a smile makes everything taste better. And it's a tradition we bring with us yet today, from our hometown to yours. Welcome to Delicious.
It's Slumberland's anniversary mattress sale, and we've got great deals and specials on mattresses. Like a free bedding bundle with select mattress purchases of $5.99 or more. That's 2 free pillows, a sheet set, comforter, and 2 pillowcases. Free. Only at Slumberland Furniture.
Watching News 3 Now at 6. You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. The Wisconsin Lottery says a $1 million Mega Millions lottery ticket was sold in northeastern Wisconsin on Friday. It was sold up in Kaukauna. The store owner says the winner has not yet come forward, but adds he is a regular customer. That store will also get $20,000 for selling that winning ticket. The $1.3 billion jackpot ticket was sold in Illinois. Our back-to-school drive continues this week, and we're making it as easy as possible to donate.
McKenna Alexander breaks down how you can donate from the comfort of your couch through our Amazon wish list.
You can donate to our Back to School fundraiser while you're watching News 3 Now right now. It's all thanks to an Amazon wish list that you can find up on channel3000.com. There are more than 100 items that are already pre-selected, so it makes it really easy for you to give back without having to take the time to pick out those items yourself. Many of the wish list items include basic school supplies that are essential to students, starting at the grade level of pre-K all the way up to college.
Once you're on the wish list, you get to pick and choose items that you want to put into your cart, and then you can proceed with your order, and then your items will ship out immediately to our office.
So, like Wendy said, all you have to do is visit the wish list, select the items you want to purchase before adding them to your cart. Then you check out. And there's no need to put in your address or even the Boys and Girls Club address because the items will ship directly to their office once you place their order. So it really is that simple. Now, again, for the link to that Amazon wish list, you can just visit our website at channel3000.com. For News 3 Now this morning, I'm McKenna Alexander.
And be sure to check out News 3 Now this morning all week long for continuing coverage of our school supply drive, how you can donate and how those donations are going to benefit area kids. Then tune in on Friday morning in our big Fill the Boat Day at Lake Wingra. For more details, visit channel3000.com.
Still to come at 6, last-minute adjustments as the Alliant Energy Center prepares to welcome hundreds of CrossFit athletes to Madison.
Plus, temperatures will be on the rise again. Julian Seawright will rejoin us with our full forecast next.
With the best service, quality, and prices, Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. To help you remember, I made this cheer. V value. A, awesome value. L, lots of value. U.
For a limited time, get free kids' glasses and eye exam only at Stanton Optical. Walk-ins welcome.
I want to share my story so others can know that they are not alone.
When my mom and dad were first expecting, the pregnancy had complications and there was very little chance of survival. My mom's health was at risk too. She chose to end the pregnancy.
It was my decision, not some politicians.
Every woman should have the right to make her own decision. And I'll fight alongside you every step of the way until you do. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
During Steinhoffel's Small Space event, all our furniture designed for smaller rooms is on sale. Sofas, bedrooms, dining rooms, and more. It's all 35% off. No matter the size of your space, we have everything to help create the home of your dreams. And with Steinhoffel's special financing, your new room is even more affordable. Steinhoffel's has the largest selection of in-stock furniture and mattresses ready for your home. Relax, it's Steinhoffel's.
Save today with 11% off everything at Menards. The Libman Tornado Spin Mop System is an all-in-one mopping system that features a spinning handle for easy mop head wringing. Now just $31.99 after 11% rebate. Get great lighting without breaking the bank with Sylvania LED light bulbs. These bulbs are long-lasting and are energy efficient. Choose from over 150 options. All Sylvania LED light bulbs are 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, I'm Scott Walker. Please join me in voting for Rebecca Clayfish for governor. Rebecca stood with me as we took on the big government special interest and cut taxes. While Rebecca and I were fighting for reform, Tim Michael's company was teaming up with the union bosses and those lobbying for a gas tax increase. Rebecca and I knew that these increases would hurt Wisconsin families, so we stopped them. There's only one conservative fighter in the race for governor. Her name is Rebecca Clayfish.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $400 at LensCrafters, over $200 at Walmart, and over $150 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
Welcome back. The CrossFit Games are back in Madison. It's bringing in more than just athletes vying for the title fittest on earth.
Along with hundreds of athletes from all over the world, the competition also brings in an extra $12 million to the Madison area. Tahlil Mohudin is live at the Alliant Energy Center, where the event is just about to get underway. Hi, Tahlil.
Hi. Leaders from Destination Madison say a big boost to the local economy is on its way as competitors and their fans make their way to Madison and take on the Isthmus. Now, during the competition, visitors get pretty engaged in the Madison community, spending time and money on restaurants, hotels, and recreational activities. And to make the CrossFit crowd feel welcome, group leaders say they plan their arrival a year in advance, something that hasn't gone unnoticed by competitors.
It's everything about the hospitality in every restaurant. It's hotel staff that make our athletes from around the world feel welcome, including our staff. Just this environment that welcomes and values fitness.
The competition is set to kick off on Wednesday, and staff are still putting in the finishing touches to turn the Alliant Energy Center into the perfect venue. And CBS will have live coverage of the event on Sunday from noon until 2. Reporting live, Tahlil Muhaddin, News 3 Now.
Tahlil, thank you. Let's go over to Julia now for what the forecast will look like the next few days for those athletes.
Well, it's going to be a steamy one by the time we get into the mid part of this week. But until then, enjoy the nice and pleasant conditions we're going to be expecting for tonight. As the cold front that swept through, brought a few showers overnight, has brought temperatures to feel rather pleasant as we're getting into our first day of August. However, we can see just that warm front, which has stretched itself across much of the Midwest and going into bringing in more warmer heat and hot temperatures to our friends over into Kentucky. Now, as we take a look at what we're seeing, once again, over the last 24 hours, they did get to see just a bit more rainfall into western Kentucky, which is still dealing with some flood problems. But for us, we also saw just a bit of some rain that brought us a nice, healthy little drink, a little bit more than a quarter of an inch from Madison and areas just outside of Roqua. We're looking at a bit more rainfall, about a half of an inch. Now, as we take a look, though, it's still rather dry, and that's going to be the theme for us as we get into the rest of this evening and heading into tonight. However, folks, we're going to be watching for some things to shake up as we get into the mid part of this week, thanks to the heat and humidity that's going to start to rise by the time we get into our Tuesday afternoon and evening. Wednesday, we have a level 1 out of 5, which is a marginal risk for areas that are into that highlighted green area of seeing severe weather or even some strong storms that could start to develop. But again, tonight and this evening is going to be rather quiet. Some cloud cover will start to develop just east of Madison as we get into our 7 morning commute. But by the time we get into our lunchtime hour, the southerly flow is going to be bringing in some warmer and more humid temperatures for us that could be pushing our heat indices close to around 90 degrees by the time we get into our 5 p.m. commute. Areas just to the west of Madison could see temperatures into the upper 80s as they're flirting with the low 90s, but what we really need to watch for is what happens after midnight. Temperatures are still going to be into the low 80s and the upper 70s. Plenty of humidity is going to stick around as well, which is going to be fueling the potential for some showers and storms just to fire off as we get into the overnight hours. Around 4 o'clock, could start to hear some rumbles between Camp Douglas and Wautoma, just north of the Dells. And then we're going to be watching for a line of some storms that'll be happening right between our morning show from 4:30 to 7, where we could be seeing and tracking storms throughout the course of our Wednesday morning leading into our Wednesday afternoon as well, as we're going to still be watching for pop-up showers and even some warmer air, which could interrupt our the concerts on the square going into our Wednesday evening. So that's one thing to watch for as we get into the next few days for us. As temperatures are still going to be rather summer-like, we're still going to be keeping our eye for Wednesday, as we could be seeing, again, some stormy-like conditions rolling into our Wednesday evening and afternoon. But then as we head into the weekend, another burst of some heat and potentially some storms are on the way as well. Over to you, Zach.
The Brewers deal Josh Hader to the Padres for what? Coming up in sports, the five-guy trade, Milwaukee and San Diego made it happen. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Do you struggle to open or close your windows? Are they drafty or leaky? Are you constantly adjusting your thermostat only to have your energy bill skyrocket? If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't miss out. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
Get moving with the Planet Fitness Black Card and check out all the perks. Like access to over 2,000 locations? You got it. Bring a guest anytime. That's right. And relax and unwind with massage chairs and more. Plus, get tons of variety and space to move in our super clean clubs. Your fitness is essential. Join Planet Fitness today and get all the perks of the PF Black Card.
Join Planet Fitness today in club or online for just $0 down, then only $24.99 a month. Hurry, this offer ends August 10th.
And my economic plan is moving this country in a better direction.
What planet is he living on? Record gas prices, 40-year high inflation, costing families $5 grand more for their necessities. Sorry, Joe, that's the wrong direction. Here on planet Earth, Senator Johnson voted against Biden's massive deficit spending that sparked inflation, and he passed tax cuts to help Wisconsin families survive the economic turmoil caused by Democrats.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
What does dry skin feel like?
It was really scaly.
Like a pet lizard? New Dove Body Wash with Microbiome Nutrient Serum transforms the driest skin in one shower.
I feel amazing. I feel like put on a really good dress. Your skin's full of life again.
New Dove Body Wash.
Oh, great. My wireless bill just went up.
Should have gone with US Cellular. They aren't raising prices on any of their plans.
Seriously?
Yeah, my price won't increase.
Well, that is refreshing. I feel like everywhere you turn these days, prices are going up.
Supply chain got us too. Don't get me started on the overhead cost.
At US Cellular, every plan for everyone is price protected.
You know, I respect a female entrepreneur.
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
Back to school shopping can be stressful, especially for families on tight budgets.
Tomorrow, Josh Breider finds out what the Boys and Girls Clubs are putting in kids' backpacks.
Plus, the next wave of heat is moving in, and how hot will go tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
Josh Hader, no longer a member of the Brew Crew. Milwaukee traded their closer to San Diego for the Padres closer, Taylor Rogers, and 3 other prospects. Hader's been with the Brewers organization since 2015 and made his debut in 2017. He's a 4-time All-Star, a 3-time National League Reliever of the Year, and currently leads the MLB with 29 saves this season. The Wisconsin volleyball team tips off Big Ten play on September 23rd when they welcome Northwestern to the Fieldhouse, and the reigning national champs are projected, at least on the conference level, to run it back. Kelly Sheffield's squad is the preseason favorite to win the Big Ten ahead of Nebraska and Minnesota. The Badgers have dominated the league since Sheffield took over. They've won 3 straight Big Ten championships, and in the last 9 seasons are 138-35 in conference play. Devin Robinson, Anna Smrek, and Sarah Franklin made the Big Ten's preseason all-conference team. Robinson is coming off a sophomore campaign where she finished 3rd on the team in points, while Smrek was the MVP of the NCAA National Championship. Franklin was a first-team All-Big Ten selection last season at Michigan State. The watch lists keep on coming for Nick Herbig. The Badger junior outside linebacker has been named to the Benerick Award watch list, which is given to the best defensive player in college football. Herbig is coming off a season where he led Wisconsin in sacks and finished 3rd on the team in both tackles and TFLs. UW kicks off fall camp on Wednesday. It's 5 missed practices and counting at Packers training camp for rookie wideout Christian Watson. Green Bay's 2nd-round draft pick is missing time because of a surgery he had on his knee in June. And that missed time isn't ideal for anyone in Matt LaFleur's eyes, especially when you're a rookie. But LaFleur is confident Watson will be ready to roll when he does get back on the field.
It's tough because there's nothing like getting those real live reps, and even if it's in a walkthrough situation, when you're not out there doing it, it is an adjustment. But we've got confidence in not only Christian but in Vrabel, and we'll get him up to speed as soon as we get him back out there.
Rodgers needs somebody to throw to.
Yeah, they got to find somebody. Quick final check, Julian.
Yeah, and the next few days are going to be a bit of a shakeup. Not a lot of consistency, but got to watch for some storm potential, especially as we get into our Wednesday. And on top of it, well, folks, our concerts on the square could potentially be changing up as well.
Something to keep an eye on. Have a good night, folks.